I can respect this press kit respite.
Today, Monday, November 30th, 2015. Bad porno and the more you know, or the problem with everything. Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Holiday Rob. And this to my left, even though you can't see, the magic triangle.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I got caught up in the Morse code. This is Loki Sapfoot here.
And today our guest is...
Even more.
Nice.
Sweet. Today we're in front of a live audience. We're at Anal Roberts University. I just stole your joke.
That's fine. It's in the world for all of us now.
And we're doing it in front of the student audience. Students.
A studio student audience.
No, we're not. We're in the problem hole as always this Monday.
All up in the problem hole.
You can find us every Monday. So if you're looking to rob my house, this would not be the night.
Don't rob Rob.
Don't rob Rob. When one time Minnie couldn't make a holiday sales show and we had to go as Throbbery and the boys.
What?
Because they used to call me Throb, these friends I had in a band. And,
nice.
And yeah, so it was Throbbery and the boys. I wanted Throbbery on the high seas, but nobody understood it.
So in this episode, you'll be hearing about The Walking Dead we talked about. A little comic at the beginning. East of West.
East of West.
And we talked to our friend Evan Moore, who is a firefighter and photographer. And
former venue owner.
Former Albuquerque local.
Yeah, and he lives in California now. We'll talk about the differences. What's the deal with California?
Why is it only 2% milk?
If you want to peruse some of his photography while you listen to this episode, where can they go to check that out?
Probably the best is Facebook / Even More Photo.
Even More Photo?
Yeah, that's
spelled just normal.
EVEN.
MORE.
PHOTO.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's fucking teamwork right there.
We did it together, guys. We did it. This one's done. Go ahead and render it. We're good with this podcast.
Yeah. Go there, check out his photos while we listen to this shit. We should play a song to play us in. What's that mean, to play us in?
You know what it means.
I think it means we'll do it live, baby.
We're gonna play Evan's favorite song ever of ours. You know, like the Kanye-esque narcissist that we are.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier when he was like, so what we'll do with the intros, we'll have you pick your favorite Batwing song. And I was like, that's so Kanye West of us to ask people, so what's your favorite piece of work we've done?
What do you mean you don't have a favorite
Which
work
song
of
do you
ours?
love the most? I know you love them all.
It's like when you have someone read your script or whatever and you go, what's your favorite part?
Who's your favorite character, man? What was your favorite piece of dialogue?
Which was your favorite photo in my gallery?
Anyway, what's your favorite song of ours?
I don't know the lyrics, but I know it starts up something like early in the morning. I start.
What's that song called?
And
We're gonna forget
stand it straight with the lifetime dawning. Life won't wait, so we better get on it. Gotta stand tall, gotta earn what I want. Yeah.
Light through the cracks.
Light through the cracks. Thank you.
Yeah, so
I still remember the words. Check that out.
I got a funny
Awesome.
story with that. It earned me a lot of money.
Yeah, no, tell us the story.
So for one of the venues I used to run, Black Market Goods, we used to work with Tractor Brewery, and I had to go pick up some kegs from them. So I was running down to Los Lunas, and on the way back, that song is playing, and I was like amped because this really awesome show is coming up. I think you guys are playing in it, and a couple other people. And on the way, I just looked and thought, casino's right there, song's playing, do this. I went and I dropped a bunch of money on Black that I got like fronted to me so he could save the gallery for a show. Threw that on Black. Fucking this guy standing next to me looks at me and he's like, oh shit, you don't bet against Bat. So he put all of his money from red to black and we hit it. I grabbed that money off the counter and left. And
Nice.
We ended up getting the gallery saved that day.
Damn.
Fantastic.
Damn, you had the lucky field.
So this song, gave me some money. Thanks, guys.
Cool.
What's our cut?
Yeah. Do we get...
I got
You made more off that song than we ever have.
At least that one.
Pretty sure Carson Daly made money off of that and we didn't get a cut. I don't think he made money off of it.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe a couple cents. Anyway, this is Light Through the Cracks by Batwings for Lab Rats, and we will see you soon with more, even more Evan Moore.
Even more.
Yeah, word.
Fucking book. It's so good. And nothing about the quality of like the art or anything has suffered. So it's kind of westerny, right? It's like a
East
western.
of West.
East of West. But it's like what would have happened if the Civil War turned out differently.
Oh yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah, I've talked because it's been going on for like a year and a half. Which one was it, man? And like, so it's kind of broken up into like Native American land, and the West Coast has become like Little China.
Whoa.
And the South is called the Kingdom, and it's all like black people. And then Texas was a republic.
So everything's super segregated.
Yeah, and then there's the East Coast called the Union. And
That's all the white people.
it's part like, well, Americans, quote unquote. So it's kind of 19 or 17.
What happened to all the
76.
white people in the South?
I guess they moved to Texas.
All of them?
All of them. I don't know how it's broken up. There's like a cool little like compendium and stuff that kind of like that's not the compendium, but like where you can like it's got history and maps and shit, and it was just like a one-off issue. Damn, I'm trying to find this. I guess they don't have it, but anyway, the artwork is fucking amazing. So cool.
This is good for an audio
Yeah.
platform.
Look at it, everybody. Look at it. No.
Yeah.
Describe the pictures to me.
Slowly. Or that one. He's got like they're like these ships, but they're like horses with like big
Whoa.
rocket
That's
gun
awesome.
things and cannons
Nice.
in the front. But anyway, so the story is like Death has like mated with a human.
Like death.
Like
as
Death,
in
the entity.
The Grim Reaper.
Yeah. He's like a white rider. And then the
Like a ring wraith.
he's like part of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and in this incarnation the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are kids. Like they've been
Nice.
around before, but this time they're like children.
Cool.
And they're all like colored, like I forget all of them. It's conquest.
Now when you say they're
famine.
colored, they're colored?
Yeah, like they're color coded. Like
Oh,
one is like
Sure
blue.
what you
One is
meant.
like blue, and he wears blue, and one is like red, and he wears all red, and one's yellow, and he wears all yellow.
You're describing the Power Rangers.
Pretty much, yeah. Except these
there
are
a Pink
creepy,
Ranger?
creepy children.
I was thinking Care Bears.
The guys with neck beards masturbate to her to this day.
No, they get together and call each other
Bronies.
not bronies, but
Is there a word for people who get off on the Power Rangers? Is that a thing?
I don't know. Did we start this?
Oh, yeah.
Can you hit that yellow
I was
button?
gonna say
Yellow
let's
button.
let
What
me know
yellow
when we
button?
start.
And then hit that red switch or that guy.
When you say yellow button,
Oh, on the little gray box on the floor.
All right,
Many things are happening right now and people don't know.
let's start after this. Okay, let's get a definitive. Need to do the
There we go. That's the
5,
one.
4.
That's not how this works. This just works like as if you just
I always try to sneak up on you.
as if you just walked into a conversation of people who
Anyway, this is a podcast. You're listening to it. We're here with our buddy Evan. I don't know your last name.
More. Yeah, or even more.
I get it. Evan Moore. Even more.
Evan is a
Even
place
more
on
Evan
earth.
Moore.
Evan, let your light shine down. Whoa.
We're halfway there.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, it's an honor to be here. You guys can follow me on, on Tinder, Grindr, and Christian Mingle.
Excellent. I'm a member of 2 of those.
That's why I swiped left.
That's why I swiped left. Yeah, so this is Evan, firefighter, photographer, art enjoyer extraordinaire, as well as artist. I think you're an artist. You made a sock monkey,
Yeah, I made a few things.
so he's a man of many trades.
Sock Monkey. Is
Yeah.
it art? Time Magazine's Man of the Year. Evan Moore.
Radio isn't really my medium. I prefer to have like visual things going on. So
Yeah. You can't see him, but he's actually dressed as a monkey sock puppet, and all of his limbs are monkey sock puppets. And he had his feet bound, like the women in Japan.
China,
Is that China?
yeah,
My bad. I didn't mean to be insensitive to
to Orientals.
Asia. Yeah. But yeah, he had his feet bound partially so that he can actually like move his foot like a hand to simulate the sock puppet on the feet. So
So 4 puppet hands.
you got to
all
see me
together.
eat a banana sometime.
yeah.
all 4 limbs at once.
Plus he's got a sock puppet in the middle area.
Well, yeah.
I won't
why,
ruin it for you.
Why wouldn't you? Speaking of ruining things, let's move on to Walking Dead.
Yeah, we should probably ruin this for some folks who haven't watched it yet.
Yeah. So it was episode 7, mid-season finale.
Wasn't it 8?
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was 7.
Feel
Maybe
like
it is
it was
8.
8.
It was probably 8.
Nice round number.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, I think it's 8.
Yeah. Well, somewhere I missed one when I was doing the counting because we watched the last 3 to catch up in a row. And, yeah, I was like, it's on 6 already? So there's only 7 this season? Or half season, 16 altogether? But no.
There's 8.
There's 8.
8 per half season, I guess.
Yeah.
16
that's
total.
Good. That's a good number. 16 divided by 4. Divided by 4 again. There you go. You can divide 16 a lot.
Yeah, well, twice by 4. Well, 4 times, I guess. I don't know what we mean. Anyway.
Why don't we ever have a mathematician on?
Yeah, we should have someone do math, because that's interesting for the people to hear. So this week on The Walking Dead, not that much shit went down. I guess shit went down.
Yeah.
I guess it's like we crave death. We want like a major character to die.
Well, I thought one might. I
thought Carl was gonna get shot in the face.
Yeah.
Oh my God, and
there were
came
certain
close.
things that didn't happen that I was excited about, like him not dying.
Yeah. I don't know. It wouldn't be the worst.
Cool.
I feel like I'm not calling whatever his name is Chandler Riggs.
Yeah.
I'm not calling him a bad actor or anything. But you can't really foresee when you hire a small child to play a part how they're gonna be.
If they're gonna Harry Potter.
Yeah, they might pull a
or Daniel Radcliffe. I don't know.
Yeah, they might pull a Harry Potter. Does he get bad as it goes?
No, he actually gets better.
Oh.
No, I'm saying
so
he'd be
good.
the opposite. Yeah.
They might not pull a Harry Potter. I don't think it's that he's bad.
They don't. Maybe they just don't give him enough to do it.
I just don't get much from him.
He doesn't really. At least what I've seen so far in the comic. Of course, I haven't read the second compendium all the way through, and I haven't caught up with like all out war stuff. And just so you know, this Negan character in the comic.
Oh yeah, you haven't read the comic?
No, he doesn't.
No.
He doesn't know. He doesn't even want to know. But I'm just
right.
telling you at least so you know this much, so you know to fucking shit your pants for this next second half. A major character. He just like randomly kills a major character. Not even like, I mean, maliciously, yes, but just eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Cold.
It's so fucking awful.
Cold.
I seriously was like upset and angry and like frustrated and shit when I just
I think I remember your post from that day, actually.
oh my God, I fucking
One of
randomly
my favorite
read that.
characters got unceremoniously killed today.
Yeah, it was rough. It was a rough one.
So it's kind of scary.
I think they're gonna do it. That's how they're gonna make his death even worse, is by teasing it and then having him live and then doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You figured that one out.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Yeah, that's my bad. I'm sorry.
No, but I agree. I agree with this assessment. I think.
Or they're gonna do it to someone else.
Yeah,
but
well,
do the same thing.
Well, it's definitely going to happen to someone. But I thought, wow, they really want to twist that knife, because when it happens in the comic, you're like, okay, I guess no one is ever safe, really, like ever. And in the comic, what's the kid's name? Coral. He's missing his eye at some point. I don't know what happens. I missed it for somewhere along the way.
I know what happens.
Yeah.
But I also know that it's not going to happen the same way.
Well, that's awesome.
So if it happens, it'll happen a different way. I didn't realize that our guest hadn't read the comics, and now like usually I don't give a fuck about spoiling anything because the listener is somewhere far away. But now that the people I'm hurting
Seeing
are
the
in
look
the
on
room,
disappointment of my face.
it's kind of hitting home now. I'm kind of regretting the way I've been up till this point. So insensitive to spoiler alerts and the like.
He's got a soul, people. He's got a conscience.
Well, because I guess we usually say like spoiler alert,
Right.
You should have said earmuffs, then I would have taken just take the headphones off.
And then
But you can
switch to
still hear
earmuffs.
me. I'm in the
Oh
room.
yeah, that's right.
I was going to say that too. I thought about that honestly earlier today. I was like, we're going to ruin something for Evan. I was like, just take your headphones off, and then he'd still hear us.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
Genius grade
I like
shit,
going
right?
into things really naive, and so I haven't been watching any Star Wars trailers or any of these other trailers that have been going on. So it's just like, all right.
I've been trying not to watch them, but
Yeah, the
It's been
one
getting the
that's
better of me.
like 2.5 minutes that came out
Yeah.
like a month ago or whatever. my boss hadn't watched anything at all. He's a big Star Wars fan, and he let himself watch 1 minute of it and turned it off at exactly 1 minute.
I think there was a trailer during Walking Dead last night, and I was
that?
just like, damn it, like I can't avert my eyes, but
Yeah.
I
like
really
that
want to
good.
see this.
It
Yeah,
looks good.
I like that too. I've gone blind. So I had this class, like, I don't know. My degree is absolutely useless, but it was the best time in a college ever.
That's all you can ask for.
We'd like, oh shit, did anybody hear that? We'd watch these movies, and in like a theater setting for one of my classes. It was amazing. It was like middle of the day, go out to the middle of nowhere, go watch, like what's that, south of here, where they have the big concerts that you're a quarter mile away from. Journal Pavilion. But yeah, that Mesa del Sol area.
Yeah.
And so it's like kind of, springtime, getting warmer, but you're in like an air conditioned place and you can bring food, and it was awesome. But you go in there completely blind to what you're going to see. And we saw like a documentary. We saw this movie called War Witch, which is about like child African soldiers.
Whoa.
And it is, and you don't know any of this stuff when you're going in, because hopefully you're either not like paying attention or you're just like not spoiling shit for yourself. And he doesn't tell you anything at the beginning. He's like, all right, here's a film released in whatever, blah blah blah, and then you watch
That's
it.
pretty sweet class right there.
And you're just like, holy shit, man, I just saw a girl gun down her whole family and then join, an army, a jungle army. It's fucking cool.
This was a documentary, or was it?
No, this was a movie. This was like
Okay.
a narrative, but
So it wasn't actual footage of a.
no,
little
but it
girl
was
killing
so
people.
fucking creepy.
yeah. She decided to put a GoPro on before she became a child soldier.
There's footage of that shit out there. There's enough technology floating around these days that it's everywhere.
Just
Right.
To some degree.
some producer puts a GoPro out there or a drone out there and just starts chasing some random kid around.
Right, you could do that.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
There
You
probably
could-
aren't any laws that would stop you from just like
Yeah.
making a movie about a stranger with a drone.
I feel like someone would get mad. Like, I don't know.
I saw a drone following a muscle car the other day, just like randomly on the road out by Bernalillo.
Weird. I've still never seen a drone like in the wild.
In the wild now.
In their natural habitat.
As you can see, there's a drone out here. So Evan,
I just pictured two drones humping. I don't know. I'm sure everyone else did too.
if you listen to the meeting call of the drones,
It's like a dragonfly. Or dragonflies.
Oh yes, he's quite randy today.
he,
Anyway,
he will mount her with his claws,
and drones have claws.
and they will walk.
That's how quadcopters.
Speaking of claws, you guys know why Santa's sack is so huge?
Why?
Because he only comes once a year. Oh,
That's rough.
That one's from Reddit. I
This
didn't
is-
come up with it.
Mrs.
Is that why
Claus
Mrs.
a prude.
Claus's hair is white?
Whoa, what's going on? What the hell was that?
They got warrants.
I got warrants.
Is that what
wrong.
cops sound like now?
I guess
Is this like a futuristic Stallone movie or what? What the fuck's going
We've
on?
been doing this
the
podcast so long.
low frequency signals travel further and better than higher frequency ones.
Oh, okay. So that was
Oh,
a
they do
normal
travel
siren
better,
and
yeah.
it just sounded weird?
Yep.
Huh.
And he's going
Strange.
probably 40.
That's why I always hear
more
the
than that.
when lightning happens. You always hear the crack first, and then the boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
The lower stuff. I don't know what that was.
The rumble.
That was nothing.
Roar, the roar.
Hey Evan, so what's your favorite holiday sale song?
I don't remember the name of it. I know
Yeah.
it has violins in it. And it has Rob's gravelly voice.
Yes, it's melodrama. I know that well.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
that description well.
It goes like, hey, it's me again. It should come as no surprise the way that both you and I, something inside.
Yeah,
That's
and
my
that's
version.
and that's what emo is about. Insides.
I like
guilty
that
pleasure.
song. That's a good song.
I like listening to songs about feelings, so I know what they're like.
Right. As a sociopath, I have to figure out how to
Mimic
play it
and
off.
entertain. Yeah.
I need to know my prey.
All right. This is Melodrama by Holiday Sale.
Yeah.
Hey, it's me again. It should come as no surprise. The way that both you and I are still the same people inside. But sometimes some things change, and I can't say I'm okay with the way that we're living. So let me drown in my self-pity. I remember all the times I made you feel shitty. And all I think that you're a pretty face, you got a cloud in mind. A cloud in mind. And all alone again, I still remember all the sighs that told me right then I could die and never wanna be revived. But then we go and we lie and say and try to get away and never get to say what we're thinking. So let me drown in my self-pity. I remember all the times I made you feel shitty. And all I sucker for your pretty face, you got a cloud in mind. A cloud in mind. Sometimes I want to nuke this city for all the times I said something mean, hurtful, and shitty. And though I'm a sucker for your pretty face, I went and lost my mind 1,000 times.
So Evan is currently living in Humboldt County,
Yeah.
Northern California.
Recent transplant. It's been almost a little over a year and a half since I've lived in Albuquerque.
Yeah, this guy lives with like redwoods, like stone's throw. I was trying to think of something clever, and stone's throw was about as clever as I got there. Seriously, you could throw a dildo and you'd hit a redwood.
Yeah, right at my back door. You have this beautiful little hiking area.
He's like, we just do it for practice,
Just a
target
schlong's
practice.
throw away.
Then we move on to hatchets after.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's rivers that go right by. Beach is about 5 minutes away, so really beautiful area. Love it.
That place has everything.
Yeah, and mountains too. So it's a lot
So
of
that's
fun.
Northern California, right?
Yeah. Cold, rainy. Well, not as rainy as I thought it would be.
Is that
A lot of
further
fog.
north than San Francisco?
About 4 hours north.
Yeah,
Okay. So it's close to Oregon.
Oregon
Yep.
border.
Yeah.
Word. I've never been there, obviously. As you,
It's
Gotta come visit,
amazing.
man. You guys
It's
go on
amazing.
tour, set you guys up, and I'll
I'm
do that
in.
for whatever Albuquerque groups I know are going through.
I am on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was living in Chico too before that, and Chico's a lot of fun. Transferring from Albuquerque straight to there was really nice. A lot of really good musicians and artists there, and Just really felt
That's in Northern California too.
Yeah, it's like the most populous city in Northern California if you're going, like above Sacramento north.
Chico is?
Yeah.
Never even heard of it.
How do you know what the population is?
I don't.
We're like 500,000 here,
a
so
lot less than that.
a lot less than that.
I think it's like 25, maybe 30,000, if that.
Damn.
We're only 500,000.
Well, we're like 600 plus.
I thought we were like 1 million.
If you add Rio Rancho and like the
okay.
East Mountains
And like Las Lunas and shit.
yeah,
Like metro area.
yeah,
Metro.
Yeah.
Where the rail runner runs.
definitely a little bit smaller than Albuquerque, but it has a really cool feel there. And
You seem to be part of a pretty cool art scene up there.
yeah, a lot of awesome, really connected to artists and musicians there. There's this one group, Tree Village, that one of my friend Joe plays in. That's really good, and Smokey the Groove, one of my favorite groove bands there.
I like their name.
Yeah, if you guys got a chance, check them out. And yeah, just really love the feel. I felt like I just kind of came to another kind of second little home.
Nice.
Yeah.
A friend of mine had a band. I don't even think they ever played live, but they were a band. They played like for fun for a few months, and they were called Beware the Groove. It's, if you've ever seen The Emperor's New Groove, at the beginning, the guy goes, "Beware the groove!" And they're like, we should call our band that.
Beware the groove.
Sadly, nothing ever happened. I'm sure they wouldn't mind anyone out there if you took that name and used it, because they're not going to use it. So
Right.
go for it. That's a gift from them to you through me. Enjoy that shit.
You've got magical powers.
I do. I can bestow band names.
I've been waiting for you to start your sex cult.
Am I doing that? Is that
I don't know. I would, if I was going to start one, it'd be sexual frustration cult.
What would this entail? It sounds like you've thought about this.
Back-to-back masturbating.
Evan's
Don't look
clearly-
into my eyes. Don't look into my eyes at all.
But rub your butt crack with me. Yeah, that seems perfectly acceptable.
We're not touching
It'd be
tailbones.
sexually frustrating, right?
I was talking to a friend today. Turns out we had both seen what was probably the same home video. I saw it at my grandparents' house in Texas.
I don't like where this is going.
Yeah. He saw it, his parents had it, and he found it and saw it. And it was like an instructional video for middle-aged couples on how to pleasure one another and whatnot. And he remarked to me, I only watched the cunnilingus portion, but he had remarked upon the masturbation portion, just so I guess you knew what your partner was doing when they were, I don't know why this was even in it, but like he said, like the first part's like a woman, she's on her back and she's scratching the record and whatnot. And so he took some notes on that, and then it goes to like this guy, and he's like, okay, I guess I'm gonna watch this just in case there's like some cool technique I don't know. But then he goes, nope, it was just a guy jacking off. And I was like,
No fun, like double fisted
Not
pepper
like
grinder.
switch
or-
hands every once in a
no
while.
like finger in the butt or
like,
anything
popping the
exotic.
mole.
You sit on it until it falls asleep. It feels like a stranger's
A
doing it.
stranger, yeah.
Yeah, the
No,
ball
none
twister.
of that. He didn't spit in his hand or anything like that. But the question occurred to us: if you're watching that while you masturbate, is that gay? Because it's educational, it's instructional, right?
Right.
So is that would that be considered gay or no?
It depends on your interaction, I guess. If you're just imagining your own. See, I don't know. Porn is weird like that,
So
man.
if you're
like,
looking at it pretending it's yours and your own hand,
Because, okay, so...
Are you staring into his eyes, or are you looking at his
I
cock?
Right,
think
yeah.
I don't
And-
think you could see his
Oh,
eyes.
okay.
Like,
It's
this
just
isn't
body
porn.
shots.
Like these are like middle-aged people, not
Trying to
like
learn how to get
ugly
their groove
people,
back.
but just like average-looking folks.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like it wasn't even like flattering lighting. You know, it's just like clinical. Like this is doggy style, or whatever. Like, and then like a guy in a lab coat with like one of those extendable telescopic pointers. And he just points over and it pans over into like
Was it like a dry erase board?
bed.
He's like, you want to grip your hand like it's holding a banana. If you have it like you're, I don't know, holding a...
Carrot?
Yeah, right? I don't...
No.
that's where my mind went too. I was like,
That reminds me of another joke I heard
an
today.
apple.
What's the difference between being horny and being hungry?
What?
The placement of the cucumber.
Salad shooter. Salad
I
shooter.
really liked that one. Those are the two good jokes I heard today.
Nice. I haven't heard any good jokes recently.
The only one I got was, I think I told you guys, why don't cows have feet?
Yeah.
Because they lactose.
Ah, jeez. I came up with a joke. This one I came up with
Or
the
do they
other
have hooves
day.
instead?
Like a little kid joke, right? Like you'd find on a popsicle stick or
Yeah.
whatever. So like, why didn't the school of fish make it to school today?
Why is that?
Because the school bus needed a tuna up. That's a joke you can tell a 5-year-old and get a huge laugh.
I always need jokes that I can tell at work that,
Yeah.
like everybody's just like, oh, you're funny, you can tell a joke. And just like, not in this crowd, sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm blessed to work with a crowd that I can tell any sort of joke to.
That's good. That's
And it's-
career aspirations right there.
Yeah.
Right. I don't care if it pays well or I get benefits, but can you fuckers take a joke?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I'm blessed with a workplace where I can speak freely on like 98% of subjects.
I mean, wouldn't you expect that in a free country?
You would think so.
You would think that would be part of it.
I'm
You're
tired
like,
of being the defendant.
what? Yeah, right. What does my day-to-day look like? What? Oh, I can't say anything mildly. Am I like blasting the thing out? Mildly offensive?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay.
You may have peaked once, but you look all right.
But I always peak twice, so.
It's always good to look both ways before crossing the street.
There we go. Sorry about that.
What happened?
Just got all
Adjusting?
excited. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness. Put your pants back on.
Yeah, put your monkey
You said this was a
puppet
safe
costume
area.
back on.
Savior.
Put that sock puppet back on your dong. Jesus, man. Dear Lord. Smells weird.
Oh, man. So photography. How'd you get into photography? What's that about? How did that happen?
My dad was a photographer.
Yeah.
So I remember one of my earliest memories, like being up in the foothills holding a camera and trying to like not fall forward because it was so heavy.
My dad was
Wow.
a drunk, so no. No, anyway. So yeah, you'd follow him around and
Yeah, just learned that, and then had access to his equipment, which it was a huge like bonus in life, and did photography in high school, pretty young. Learned that, and then just kept
35
progressing.
millimeter film, right?
Yeah, started off black and white, processing my own stuff, doing double exposures on film, and just totally came in, fell in love with that, and then got into digital because it's just totally more affordable, but still try to keep my basis in film and print processing alive too.
Yeah, yeah. None of this fucking shit up like 100 photos and then having to sit there with Photoshop and being like, doesn't matter, I can do it with Photoshop.
Yeah, the thing is, I try to get it right in the camera because I hate sitting on a computer doing anything. So
Yeah.
I bet I was one of the last classes of high school kids that had to like roll film onto one of those little film roller things that you put in the
Yep.
tank.
I think the
Agitate.
education system is the only thing keeping film alive. Like I think because I was dating someone who had
Still in high school?
Yeah, still in high school. Had taken to be fair, I was 19.
No,
last
you
year.
weren't. You were not.
But yeah, they it seems like that's how film is staying alive. And through even like UNM, we got to do 16 millimeter,
awesome.
which is awesome, except that most of the frames are my ex-girlfriends, and just not that quite awesome anymore.
Bummer.
Shit, I can't
And that,
ever...
kids, is why you should never get close to anyone.
Right.
And one of the things I love about film is if you look at a film photograph versus a digital photograph, is the depth of field and the crispness in it. And something about film is it's actually like
Three-dimensional.
technically, yeah, 3-dimensional, 2-dimensional, but I want to say 3-dimensional because the way that the light travels and penetrates through the solenoid kind of translates when you end up printing it. And when you have a flat screen like you do as a CCD or CMOS screen on a digital camera, it's just all one plane collecting it, and you don't have that like depth or that crisp look that you really get with film.
It'd be cool, and maybe it wouldn't translate very well, but if you had the different colors at different levels pixelated like that, because like, so you're thinking about it, all right, so think of a substrate, right? It's just like flat, and then you think about for every like bit of darkness or color, light that's
Yeah.
coming through and reacting with the chemical, it like builds up, right, in like sheets. So the darker it is, the
Okay.
thicker it is, kind of,
Right.
or whatever, depending on the color and stuff like that. Because when you print it out on film, I mean, you can literally like run your finger across it and feel it. It feels so cool, and you shouldn't do that, kids. But
Now without a cotton glove.
but if you have throwaway film footage, yeah, I mean, that it's so much fun, and it does look unlike anything. Like a 16 millimeter black and white projected, like it's as close to real life as you can get. It shits all over digital.
It makes me
Anything
think
digital
of
is done.
like having just plates of glass, almost like a topo map, like laid out. Like
Yeah.
you just have these layers
Right.
that give it this dimension.
We're getting all deep here on the problem with everything about photography. I just want you to know.
Yeah.
Seriously, show it to your teacher. I'm sure they'd enjoy it.
We'll get to fart jokes soon, don't worry.
Yeah. They'll give you an A for this and then F you out for everything else. They'll be like, what is this garbage?
So
What are these
having
assholes?
like an extensive photography background, right? I got to imagine there's like every 10 feet there's some guy that's like, I'm a photographer now, right? That like bought a digital camera and now they're a photographer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right? So that's got to suck to deal with.
Because it's like that in the
It's-
music world, too. I mean,
Yeah.
Nowadays,
Oh, I got a
I'm
mixer
a
and a
rapper.
DJ.
I'm a rapper, so you can check out my stuff on fucking Reverb Nation. Yeah, I'm number
On
10 in the
IamSoAwesome.com.
city right now.
Yeah, my
Right.
mixtape's up there.
your mixtape.
Cool. So is my portfolio. And and yeah, it's pretty common. Like, more power to them. I believe that the more people out there that are recording things and getting images out there and just trying. I believe in photography as a tool for showing what real life is. Fortunately, it's not always used that way, but more people out there telling their story. More power to them. I really appreciate it when people take the time to learn what they're doing and they take it out of auto mode every once in a while and try to understand like the relationship of their f-stop and shutter speed and
Yeah.
learn about the different types of lenses. But
So, like, I kind of know all of that. I mean, I've taken classes and whatnot. Like, I understand, but I usually just use the auto mode. I don't-
it's
I
it's
don't.
it's not for everybody.
It
And
usually comes out better if I just use the auto mode.
yeah, and there's
But I don't call myself a photographer either. I don't run around going, look at my art. When
Yeah.
I don't.
See, I have a problem with not being in manual mode. The more options you can give me, the better. Because
Yeah.
that's how I learned too, was 35 millimeter. Like, I didn't learn formally or anything. It was just like, hey, Mom, I'm going to borrow your 35 millimeter camera. Hey, I'm going to go buy, film and go shoot and try out different things and see what happens. And it was just fun to experiment with. And then I became used to that. Like, buying a DSLR was
Yeah.
like, oh, all these modes that I don't fucking need, throw it to M right away. Like, what? Like, I don't have any use. This relearning shit that I don't need.
yeah.
So it's kind of cool to learn it that way.
Yeah. I was working for a photographer a while ago, and he was really like, doom and gloom. Digital photography is going to ruin everything. It's taking my jobs. Anybody with a camera can get a job. Yeah, taking our nerves. And all I've seen happen is people are so flooded and inundated with crap photos that when somebody actually like has some talent and can take it beyond just a simple point and shoot
Right.
photo, that really stands out in the sea of photos. So if anything else, it's like almost just helping raise the bar for what actually like
Can
portraiture,
be good.
like good
Yeah.
photography is. And it's more of a medium out there. There's so much more outlets for photography as a whole as there was 5, 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And everybody thought that print media was where it was at, and
I mean, but if you can like
that
stand
is such a
out,
sad thing.
if you can stand out among the sea of people that are like, yeah, I do media.
Yeah.
It's like it's on their Twitter account, media guru or whatever. Like, but if you actually know what you're doing and you're part of it, and you can definitely rise above that sea in that world, right? I
Yeah.
would think.
And one of the things that I do is I just look at what's going on, what's popular, what people are doing, and then I try to do the complete exact opposite of it. And so
You're like, the world is like your own brain was to George Costanza. Just do the opposite
Yeah.
of whatever they do. Whatever they would normally do the opposite.
Right.
and
That's your-
it's like at the very least, if it's not good, at least it's unique
Right.
and stands out.
It's like your bullshit compass. Whatever you see the most of, go the other way.
So
Yeah.
the two like biggest projects that I'm working on now is super macro close-up photos of tattoos while they're being done.
That's cool.
And it's something that I've searched the internet for, and there's a couple people that have tried to do it, but nobody that has like
how close up to where it's like not recognizable,
to where you really just see basically like the needles and the skin, and a little
so you
bit
can
of
see like the skin cells. Like, is it that?
No,
not cells. That's not what I mean. But you know what I'm talking
The
about.
Yeah.
the wrinkle triangular.
It's you can see the pattern on the
Pattern,
skin.
yeah.
You can see the ink splashing around in the air. You
I mean,
can
it's
see,
what
like,
makes
the gloves fill up almost the entire frame of them. Like,
it's what
pulling
makes
open.
my
Nice.
copy of the Necromancer so amazing, or the Necronomicon
Yeah.
so fascinating.
Is
Human
there,
skin.
So if there's a place, and we'll try to say it at the beginning too, try to remember
Yeah.
in the intro, but is there like a place they can go when they're listening to this so they can see the photos at all? Or are you still working on
Your shit,
Yeah,
series?
so,
your shit, son.
Even More Photo is like my business name. So Evan Moore, Even More Photo, EMP, whatever. So do super close
I
up.
have seen one of yours recently.
It's fucking
Yeah.
weird looking.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm
That's
showing
cool.
them a photo of it's purple ink done by tattoo artist Judy Katvalong. Who's really cool from Chico,
It's a
California.
really cool name.
Yeah. And she was one that did my most recent art,
Nice.
and a lot of fun to work with, and have some great photos that we collaborated on.
Do you have any problem? Because I know, I think it was when you got your Bat Rat tattoo, and with Cynthia, we went to film it, and they didn't want us to.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you have any
another
problem with that? With them not wanting you to document their artwork?
They
Has that been an issue at all?
No, usually what I do is I
cool.
go and just kind of check out the tattoo shops in the towns and just kind of get a feel walking in like a customer. And if I'm ignored for a while, or I don't know, just like I don't vibe with the people, then I just go on to the next spot and just kind of get a feel for them first. And then when I walked into this shop that Judy worked at, everything was just really cool. Everybody's
Just
really
clicked.
welcoming, and
Word.
usually once I show them the photos, the tattoo artists have never usually seen anything like that before, and are really open-minded and want to get photos like that done. And most of the ones that I've worked with have big prints of their of stuff up on the wall now.
So it's Evan Moore Photo.
Even More, like EvenMorePhoto.com, and that's a little behind, but Facebook / Even More Photo.
Word.
And try to keep that going. And then the other one that I do is trichome photos of agricultural items from Northern California.
Like equipment?
No, I
Oh,
do
I
super
see.
close up.
I understand what you're
yeah,
saying.
super close up photos of trichomes, and
I gotcha.
they're beautiful little crystals on plants that you can see there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
It looks like a fucking, like, shrimp or something.
Holy tetracannabinol.
Hydra.
Tetrahydrocannabinol.
And yeah, just beautiful plants, and each plant, and strain has its own little unique perks and looks different, and contains different chemicals.
Cool.
The earth can be really good to you if you just let it, bro.
Hey, what's going on? It's Loki Sapfoot in this motherfucker.
And it's holiday sale in this uncle brother.
Yeah, bitches. Konnichiwa, Jumbo. We're gonna play another song for you now. This one's by Andrew Lloyd Webber. Or
No.
what is it? G. Gordon Liddy.
G.
What's his name?
Clark Andrew Libby.
Clark Andrew Libby.
We had on a couple of casts of podding ago.
Yeah,
It was a super long episode. That was like an hour and 40 minutes.
It was
man.
epic.
You lost some of your life, and we own it. Thank you.
Yeah, I think as of this
It's a fair
week,
trade.
that's like the oldest one on the site now. So
Okay, so
you
it'll
can
be
still
gone.
get it, I think.
It'll
but
be
it'll be
gone
gone
at this-
next week.
Probably
at
when
this
we
time.
post this one. Actually,
Get ready, get bumped, bitch.
Yeah. No, I think it'll still be there. Anyway, check this song out. Clark Andrew Libby. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
All right. And
We're
what
gonna
song?
we're gonna
play?
do this song for the Riverman.
Song for the Riverman.
Yeah.
Word up.
Rivers running dry again. The ski doesn't seem to notice. Miranda, she don't mind if I slip into the crowd again. As the light begins to fade, hear your voices so far away. Another lovely day West laid plans of sacred saints are starting to take their toll. I didn't have to follow her here. Now the trail's gone cold. When it's my time to go, maybe many years from today, I have one last request. Bury me with the band. Bury me with the band. Hear me when I left. I asked you if you know loneliness. Now that I've got the time, better days will come to mind. When it's my time to go, maybe many years from today, have one last request. Bury me with the band. Bury me with the band. What an entrance we will make. Riverman will stop and watch us play. Bury me with the band.
So what other interests do you have besides photo and firefighting?
What kind of porn are you into?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even we haven't even spoken of the firefighting.
Oh yeah, that was pretty crazy this year.
I bet because, okay, so we're having we weren't having America collectively, the Earth. We were having
The
Oregon
planet Earth.
firefighting. Southern Oregon fires. Pretty bad.
Yeah, Northern California got hit pretty hard this year, and they had just spread all across Northern California. It was going from like July, or the end of June all the way until October.
So we were going through wine country, and you could just see like dry creek beds, like in wine country, like through Anderson Valley and that shit, which is
Wow.
like pretty far north. Like there's two parts of wine country. There's kind of like a southern part, which is just right up, like an hour outside of San Francisco north. And then after you get through that, then there's there's wineries all over, but there's kind of clusters of valley places, and some of them were fucking dry. We saw one place that had a fire. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's just so much of that area there that like people don't want to believe that they're a desert, but like having grown up in the desert and then going to California, it's just like, holy shit. It is so much of it is just dry, desolate, and people aren't living within the means of the water that's available. And there was a place, man, I was in Chico and driving around during the day, and some guy was cooling down his warehouse he had 3 sprinklers on his roof just going all day just to spray on the roof for evaporative cooling to cool down the top of his warehouse.
What?
And
Oh God.
and people were just like starting to complain about the fact that they may have to only be regulated to water on certain days of the week. It's at certain times. And
That sucks.
yeah,
Welcome to the rest of America, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry.
so I think that a little bit behind, but also there's a lot of really active, conscious people out there who are making some big changes in a short amount of time.
That's LA, though. I mean, that's the like history and story of LA. I mean, you talk about the movie Chinatown, that's all disputes of like farmers versus like metropolitan water use. And it was a fucking desert. Like that whole area. I mean, you could grow stuff, but yeah, you could grow stuff if you brought water in, which is what they were fucking doing. And they've shipped all their water in for like decades, you know, if not up like close to a century by this point. And it's kind of changed the environment. Like when you're in LA, it's pretty muggy, you know. I mean, I guess it is kind of low, but there's, you know, the Mojave's not like humid at all.
So I've heard that like in our lifetime, LA is not going to be inhabitable. Whether it's like a drought situation or it's like an earthquake thing or it's a sea level thing, like probably before we die, everyone's going to have to leave LA.
Right.
That's going to be crazy. Where are they going to go?
So it's habitable now?
What's that?
I said, is it habitable now?
Well, loosely. Depends on your...
I enjoy it. I love the craziness of there, but
It's pretty cool to visit there, but...
Kayla had a really good assessment about LA and San Francisco. It's like you're constantly being pushed all the time.
Yeah.
Like, just move. Why are you not moving? You stopped moving. Get the fuck out of my way.
Right. Yeah, I'm from the country. I'm from Albuquerque.
Where everything happens next week that you could do tomorrow.
Kind of manana.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah. That's the one thing I exported with me was my alba flakiness.
Yeah, well, I don't imagine, I mean, maybe I'm stereotyping here, but I don't imagine the population of Humboldt is all that punctual. You know what I'm saying?
I fit in very well there.
I'd imagine it's pretty much on par with our level of...
They run slow, late on everything too.
I'm an uptight asshole. I'm always like 10 minutes early everywhere I go. And then as soon as someone's like 45 seconds late, I start texting them, dude, what the fuck? Rob knows this.
You do know 45 seconds has gone by, right? I mean, is your clock slow? It could be slow, but I don't think so.
Why weren't you early? I was early. What the fuck?
If you had been 45 seconds early, you'd be here right now.
Yeah, so I don't really fit in here at all. Despite my stoner drawl, man.
On time, you're late.
I don't really fit in that kind of...
Yeah, LA is, from what I have understood, it's pretty punctual.
But that's why I wouldn't be able to stand living in LA as someone who has to be early, like having to deal with that kind of traffic and those kind of travel times. Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you're on a motorcycle, whipping through those,
right?
Like, in between
but
cars.
also, fuck that shit. That's
but
crazy.
the only thing is, if you're on the 9 to 5 clock, then that's the only time you're gonna hit that shit. You know when to like avoid it and when to go out. I guess is what I've learned having spent. I mean, I was looking at moving there in like 2012. I stayed like 8 days there, just on a friend's couch, and they were like, "You can live here for a month until you can, you know, get on your feet." And I was like, "Oh my god, yes, maybe." I mean, because like the just the amount of like things to do and opportunity there is retarded. That was a great word. But yeah, it's stupid. Like, it's so dumb. It's idiotic. It should be institutionalized. No. But basically, like, one night I went and played like an open mic. Just like randomly found an open mic I wanted to play. I never played in LA before, so I was like, fucking, we'll do it. Which wasn't even really LA. It was like Woodland Hills, which is like, so North Hollywood is on the other side of the hills, like where the Hollywood sign is. And then it's like Burbank, which is, you know, Bob Hope territory, because he's got a airport named after him there. And then west of that is Woodland Hills, and that's where I went. Was like this weird, cool little suburb, where they shot one of Bob Hope's movies, actually, back in the 60s. And anyway, did the open mic. Some guy there was like, "Hey, why don't you try out for this band in North Hollywood?" I was like, "That's awesome. I'm staying in North Hollywood right now." And then tried out for the band. I guess there wasn't the magic there because I never heard anything. But, you know, like, just for that to randomly happen from an open mic, it was totally fucking fun. And of all places, you know.
It's more of we're more grinding it out here. You know, it's more of like there's 4 venues, and we're just trying to make it happen. We're just trying to just keep showing up, just keep playing those 4 venues.
Right.
Maybe someone will come someday. That's what we're doing in Albuquerque. You can't really like Tarzan jungle rope swing from opportunity to opportunity the same way.
I mean, even if the opportunities are kind of bullshit, like, they're still just a little bit bigger than the ones that are out here. Like,
right, but because of all the bullshit opportunity, instead of like 6 people in all of Albuquerque you might find that are on your level, like you'll find a bunch of people who are out there hoping, and then if you find the cool ones, then they're, you know what I'm saying.
It is like
it's a bigger talent pool.
It is super competitive. Like, I haven't played out there with a band or a artist or whatever that wasn't really fucking good at what they did. You
Yeah.
know, we've been lucky to play, like, yeah, some of it I may not have given a shit or cared about or cared for, or they just didn't have the like years under their belt that they needed, you know, to be like awesome. But yeah, I don't know. It is like, I'm glad I've gotten to play some of the shows I have just so I could watch some of these bands that were really good.
Yeah.
It's saturated with
Yeah.
talent.
And that's one thing they've always appreciated about here is that
You-
just everybody's so committed in to their scene. And
You're a former venue owner.
yeah, two.
Two former venues. Two venues formerly owned.
Yeah, supporter. You know, love supporting artists and musicians. A lot of it was.
Do you want to name those venues? What were they?
Yeah, I helped out Josh Jones with Black Market Goods, and then had my own space, 413 Second, down on 2nd Street, across from the castle, the crazy castle
The
there,
Gertrude
Zachary Castle.
Yeah.
And you know, the whole goal of those were to just to get the people who might slip through the cracks venue to show themselves and progress themselves. And we kind of specialize in maybe what was it, up and coming artists is the way that I described it, or developing artists, people that were either really good at what they were doing and knew what was going on, and then they'd also be shown right next to people who maybe it was their first art show or their first time their band got together and play, and it was a place where people could come and mix talents and then and show their art, get some feedback and progress. And then the other space, 413, was I think I was interested in really trying to get more of a like international scene going, but unfortunately that place fell too soon.
Literally, it fell.
No, there was a law enforcement problem in Albuquerque
Yeah.
because they hate it when you have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've spoken of this before.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So unfortunately, it ended up turning out that it closed too soon. But the good thing is ended up moving on and yeah, ended up having
Is this something you still aspire to?
maybe one day. But for now, I'm just happy trying to work on my art again.
Nice.
Art. Like, that's going to fulfill your soul, man.
I'm about ready to work on some art again. I got my studio set up in my
Yeah.
new house,
Yeah.
which is also the band room
Yeah.
for when that shit happens.
Yeah.
So it's about to go down.
You do know this, right?
This
We're
is
working
what
on
I'm
a
hearing.
reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not really working on it yet. Well, Rob kind of is.
Yeah,
He's
I've
been
been-
out hitting the streets recruiting.
I've been putting the feelers out.
Yeah.
I guess if you were Canadian, it would be a reboot.
A reboot.
A reboot.
Reboot.
So how long are you going to tease people with until this actually comes something real?
When the weather warms.
Yeah. Coming this spring.
We don't do this dates and months bullshit. I'm native, man. We just
What's
tell
cool,
you.
though,
We
it's
just tell you when
like-
the last snow
Brought to you
happens.
by J.J.
We can
Abrams.
just get like we can
Batman's
just like take the CDs and be like, you just have to relearn this shit. And then we have a set already. We don't even have to write anything right off the bat.
Not right off the bat.
Yeah.
Although I'm totally excited to jam. Just
Oh hell yeah!
fucking do some
I gotta
ketamine and PCP and work on music again. That's how it happens. That's how the magic's made, kids. Sorry. It's all drug fueled.
That's not true. Also, while we're editorializing, I'm not a member of Tinder or what was the other one? Christian
Grindr?
Mingle. or
Grindr and Christian Mingle. Yeah.
Obviously, Grindr is the one I wouldn't. Well, I guess not obviously. It's kind of a homophobic statement.
If you want cock shots, that's where you go.
I'd make a good bear right? if I put on just like.
I always wanted to do this stand-up joke about like how I hate just like I'm getting to like a weird point in my life with regards to porn where I'm just like, I don't need a dude there. I don't need to see a hairy ass or balls that aren't mine. I don't even, and just being like, I don't even like looking at my own junk that much. So why would I want to see somebody else's?
The
Like,
worst is when the guy talks and he goes like, "Oh yeah,"
Or when they pan up for the cum shot, it's like, no, why?
and he's making like the vinegar strokes face, all fucking. It's so gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, porn
It's-
dudes,
it's
and they're always the grossest.
It's
They're always-
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just seem like sleazy guys. Like, I don't know. They probably like are at PTA meetings and totally the nicest guys, but you'd expect them to be like hanging out at like supermarkets, just being like, "Oh, really? Is that all you're gonna get?"
Going to high school graduations and roofing chicks.
Oh my god.
Anyway, this has been The Problem with Everything. Thanks for checking us out. Evan Moore, evenmorephoto.com. Go there. .com, right?
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Oh, I just can I drop my dictator porn names?
Oh,
yeah.
please.
Speaking of porn.
Yeah.
All right. So last week was a call for some dictator porn names, and I came up with a few. So Kaiser Velhung II.
Excellent.
Velhung.
Kim's Junks Ill.
Yeah, it is.
Sodom Insane.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Sodom Insane.
These are so good.
And
that
Joseph Ballin.
Joseph Ballin. Nice. Yeah, those are great. It's because they're great because they seem obvious once you hear them. Those are the best kind of puns or jokes. You know what I mean? But it's like, oh, obviously, right? Yes, that's so good. Yeah. Word.
Amazing.
Thanks for sharing. If you have any dictator porn names, get at us on the Twitter. @sapfoot is mine. And yeah. Dictator porn.
And I'm Holiday Rob. @Holiday Rob. All one word. No spaces. ROB.
Yeah, my other ones were Adolf Klittler, and what was the other one? Slobber down Milosevic.
Yeah.
Mao Zedong is just a given.
Right, that one you can't do.
Yeah. What are you gonna say? Bong. Say bong.
My buddy, he got a pipe, like a novelty smoking device made for him that was a dick and balls. Like the bowl that you hold is the balls, and then you suck on the tip of the penis.
Yeah.
And we were trying to come up with names for it, and the name that stuck was Tommy Schlong, which
Tommy Schlong.
is priceless. That reminds me of that. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week, right?
Yeah. Probably, right? I mean,
right?
Maybe our other guest will appear.
Maybe materialize.
Condense-
Yeah, we were supposed to
condense.
have 2 guests. It's probably for the best that we didn't.
Yeah, no.
'Cause we would have had to have 2 whole "Who Are You" sessions, and
right.
it would have been overwhelming. But
It would have been like a boxing match.
oh, and come to my housewarming party if you know me. Hit me up.
Yeah, don't be a creep.
Yeah, don't creep on that shit.
We know.
Unless you got pie or ice cream or something.
Or booze.
Yeah, booze. That's it's got to be pie. If you have pie and I don't know you, text me a picture of the pie, and then, all right.
I'm cool with you if you're on pie, but if you're on booze and I don't know you,
All right.
that might be problematic.
I'm Loki Sapfoot.
I'm Holiday Rob.
And Evan Moore.
Word. Peace out, y'all.
Later.
Later.
Go fuck yourself. Hi, Loki Sapfoot here.
Today's episode is brought to you by booze. Booze is good.
It is. You might be a video gamer. And if you're like me,
Yeah.
you suck, but you play anyway. And the Canadians get mad at you and you pass it the wrong way because you panic. Because, anyway.
Because Canadians get angry.
Yeah, you
But
wouldn't
they just
think so.
keep-
They sound so laid back, and sometimes they get stoked. but-
Sometimes they really tease you hard.
Yeah.
They really tease you bad. Like
Yeah,
they
they'll get
te-
real sarcastic.
Oh
like
my
it
God.
still sounds like they're being all positive, and then you don't even realize for like a minute and a half that they're ragging on you to the other Canadians.
Bro, we're gonna gang tease you.
Yeah, it's rough. Anyway, if you're on the internet there and you want to play some games with me on Xbox Live, I'm on Xbox One. I'm playing hockey, sometimes a little Elder Scrolls, like every now and again. Catch me on there. Live World 23 is my gamer tag. I'd love to change it to Loki Sapfoot, but I don't want to give them $10, and still no one's bought my album.
It's okay. We're changing that shit today.
If you go to, I believe it's lokisapfoot.reverbnation.com. That's Loki with a W in the middle of it. Because George W. Bush, I figured it just makes you sound more distinguished and successful.
Oh yeah.
Um,
And
anyway.
and literate.
lokisapfoot.bandcamp.com. lokisapfoot.bandcamp.com. Jesus, I butchered that shit.
It's all right.
Go there. You can get it for free if you want, or you can make a donation. Once I get $10, I'm going to give it to Microsoft, and then I'm going to change my gamer tag to Loki Sapfoot.
You also get a shout out.
and you'll never have to hear this shit again.
Yeah.
What have I promised other things? What did I promise?
Definitely not your own dick pics, but maybe somebody else's twat shot.
Yeah, I'll forward you some twat shots
if you want to.
If you pay me. Is that legal? I don't know.
I don't know.
They're of age.
If you want to play games, with Rob, you can catch me at holiday_sale on PlayStation Network. I play a PS3. Usually play Battlefield 3, but right now Battlefield 3 is fucking up with my controller, so I have to buy a new controller. So actually, if you want to donate to my cause, you're more than welcome to. Hit me at HolidayRob on Twitter, and I'll give you details. I'm not just giving out my email because I gotta use that for business, legitimate things. Makes me look good.
Yeah.
Not weird butt shots.
Send me butt shots. LokiSapfoot@gmail.com.
So frankly, anything to do with the torso, you can just take a picture
Send
of it
me
and send it.
any part of your body. If you're not comfortable sending a twat shot or a dick pic or a tidbit, send me
try an ear shot or a nostril,
a tastefully done eyebrow,
a nostril portrait.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to play a song to play us out. What's that mean, to play us out? I don't know. Fuck it. We'll do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. This is a song by me, Loki Sapfoot.
Buy the album, kids.
Yeah. Shit. What song should I do? I didn't think ahead. All that rambling about video game.
Make it a surprise. If you want to know what it is, you have to buy the album, Dick.
Here's a song by me. If you can, first person to email me the name of this song that I'm about to play, I'll blow you. I'm not really gonna blow you, but email me.
Yeah, clear a path through the darkness. The most rewarding road is the hardest. Dig deep, all the strength you can harness. Never let the dirty devil tarnish your varnish. Yeah, clear a path through the darkness. The most rewarding road is the hardest. Dig deep, all the strength you can harness. Never let the dirty devil tarnish your varnish. Subliminal ritual, mind numb, dumb, stupefied. Pride and still thrill, spilled and swept aside. Died, whited out, bleached mannequin. Skin turned yellow in the sun, blotted out again. Got that cleanliness Jesus preferred. Stood blood or shaken, forsakes the sacred lie. Try to cling to why your side realize silent are the wisest, right? Too bright in the morning sunlight. The past reflected in my terrified eyesight. I might be reveling in hindsight, trying to get my mind right. Engine dead in mid-flight. Alright, time to flap my wings, trying to find the words to the spell to sing, to bring the sun back high, bright and shining. Need another justification to keep rhyming. Yeah, clear a path through the darkness. The most rewarding road is the hardest. Dig deep, all the strength you can harness. Never let the dirty devil tarnish your varnish. Yeah, clear a path through the darkness. The most rewarding road is the hardest. Dig deep, all the strength you can harness. Never let the dirty devil tarnish your varnish. Get back, volatile, full-grown problem child. Mild case and not giving the shittiest. Spitting out all the prettiest vitriolic witticisms. This presumes reflecting wreckage infected with new sicknesses. This is intensive. Lesson teaching, reaching into my chest to jumpstart my heart. Art might be dead, but I'm not. I got a pen, a pad, a fat bag of pot. I'm not quite what I wanna be, but who is? Stop trying to be what you're not and just live. Harder advice to follow than to give. Cause lately I don't give the tiniest shit. Love's been shattered, waiting for Saturn. None of it matters, rather be asleep. But from the deep I hear a voice speak. Yeah, clear a path through the darkness. The most rewarding road is the hardest. Dig deep, all the strength you can harness. Never let the dirty devil tarnish your varnish. Yeah, clear a path through the darkness. The most rewarding road is the hardest. Dig deep, all the strength you can harness. Never let the dirty devil tarnish your varnish. Endless frustration sustaining this matrix. These pages won't save us, these pages will burn. A yearning we can't see, way that we could be. Waning and waxing, then taxing, but free and we roll. While the world spins out of control, the untold sorrows and
joys that we search for with promise tomorrow, a lie we ignore and we must. This breath I dedicate to the universe. Fill this verse with unrehearsed clarity. Show me the mystery I have to see. Universe, give me mastery. Teach me what it means to be free. I burn these leaves, it's a sacrament. Send me down to the depths of me so I can translate vibrations lyrically. Yeah, clear a path through the darkness. The most rewarding road is the hardest. Dig deep, all the strength you can harness. Never let the dirty devil tarnish or varnish. Yeah, clear a path through the darkness. The most rewarding road is the hardest. Dig deep, all the strength you can harness. Never let the dirty devil tarnish or varnish.